gonna go ahead and give it to y'all raw and uncut, because I know y'all tired of seeing these YouTube videos floating around, so unrealistic, so challenging on how to gain weight.
I ain't seen nothing like, baby girl, you my type. I did a lot of wrong. When I'm with you, know I feel right. I need you in my life. No more one nights. I give up all the girls so I can have you.
I'm gonna go ahead and start by saying I started trying to gain weight for the first time 2 years ago. And of course, if you knew me when I was younger, then you know I've always been a small girl. It's always been hard for me to gain weight. 2 years ago, the first thing that I tried, and honestly I do not recommend this at all. This is like the worst thing that you can actually do to your body. I actually tried Apetamin. So basically what Apetamin is it's a syrup or a gel pill or a regular chalk pill. So what it does is it increases your appetite so that you're consuming a lot of food so that you gain weight. So basically what I did, I actually bought 5 bottles of Apetamin, y'all. Like, I was so ready. Like, I told myself, like, I'm about to get thick, I'm about to get right. So basically I started my first bottle of Apetamin, and you know, I started seeing results and things, but yo, like, I literally blew up in my face, my arms, my back, and mainly my stomach. And honestly, with Apetamin, what it does is it increases your appetite, but at the same time it enlarges your stomach. So I was wearing waist trainers, I was working out, but still it was really hard to get my stomach down, because it's not just only your stomach fat, your stomach is enlarging too, which is dangerous. If you look it up, Apetamin is actually dangerous. Like, it can cause your, like, if you OD on Apetamin, obviously I don't see why you would, but if you were to OD on Apetamin, and when I say OD, I don't mean like, when I say OD, I mean like going crazy on it. Like, you just like drinking it back to back. So obviously if you're going OD on Apetamin, it can cause your stomach to rupture. Do your research. I don't recommend Apetamin at all. But anyway, fast forward. So I started my weight gain journey again back in June of this year, 2020. So the first thing that I attempted to do, of course, so I actually started to research like what things to eat, how to gain weight, you know, on Google and stuff. Like, what are some good things to eat to gain weight? Obviously, the main thing to it is you want to consume more calories than what you're burning. So what I did was I went on Google and I looked up my BMI. There's a thing on there that'll estimate how many calories you should eat to gain weight based off of your BMI, your height, your weight, and your age. So I did that. It gave me an estimate. It's not going to be exact, but it gave me an estimate on how many calories I needed to intake to gain weight. So I actually was like, okay, so I'm just gonna start eating everything that has hella calories in it. Like, anything like from sodas to processed food to candy to honey buns, snack food, cereals, all that. And honestly, again, before I get any deeper in this, I do not recommend this at all either. Do not do this. Yo, I literally had a whole trial and error this whole weight gain journey, but do not do this, bro. But I can say I did start to gain weight, and I started to gain weight. It was slow weight, but it was coming, you know. I was eating. And also another thing that I was doing in the midst of everything, because of course, like, it was kind of hard for me to consume all of these types of foods, because things, of course, with high calories is gonna bloat you and get you like full, like really full. So I started drinking Ensures like every, you know, blue moon, every so often here and there. I would drink an Ensure if I wasn't able to consume these crazy foods that I was eating. So why I don't recommend this is because, of course, with eating all these junk foods and sodas and burgers and all these things that have all these calories, I started to get sick. Like, I was getting nauseous, bloated, I was feeling fatigued. Like, I just was not feeling good at all. Like, do not do that to your body. Like, that is honestly the worst thing for your health that you can do, is just go crazy with eating a whole bunch of processed food and things that are not good for you. So I stopped doing that, I want to say at the end of July, maybe like the beginning of August. I stopped doing that, and honestly I gained weight from it, but I was sick. Like, who wants to continue to be sick while trying to gain weight? So I'm like, okay, so the goal is to consume all these calories. I don't like to stuff myself. I don't like to eat a lot of, you know, trash and a lot of food. So how am I going to gain weight? I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all my handy dandy Ensure. So these are the Ensure Plus. I don't know if you guys can see that. Ensure Plus has 350 calories in the Ensure Plus. Don't get the regular Ensure, get the Ensure Plus. But what I'm about to say, I know you guys probably heard it before, I know you guys probably read up on it before, seen it before, blah 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 blah. But I'm like, okay, I have to consume all of these calories, but I don't want to eat like crazy. I don't want to do this to my body. So I started researching Ensures, and I'm like, okay, can you like OD, like can something harmful happen to your body from drinking a bunch of Ensures? Obviously. So of course nothing harmful can happen to you, because you know, like, Ensures have a lot of nutrients and vitamins and things that you need to stay healthy, all in an Ensure. Of course, the only harmful thing is if you do go crazy and you OD on Ensures, you can become obese. But honestly, if you become obese off of Ensures, that is simply your fault. And why I say that is because you can see yourself gaining the weight. So why would you keep on going if you see yourself on the verge of being obese? Like, that's simply your fault. So what I'm getting at here with these handy dandy Ensures is I told myself, okay, I'm about to go OD on Ensures. Like, obviously that is the most simplest way to consume like a lot of calories, is which I needed to do. So what I would do, let's say I ate 3 times a day. So, and this is very rare, very rare that I would eat 3 times a day. But let's say I did in some cases. So what I would do is I would get a cup and I would get my Ensures here. I would get my Ensures and I would pour 2, not 1, Ensures in my cup at a time. I would eat whatever food, like if it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, I would eat it. And while I'm eating it, I would drink my Ensures, my 2 Ensures in my cup. I would drink the entire thing each meal. So if you do the math, where's my phone? If you do the math here, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you guys. So each Ensure has 350 calories in it. So if you're eating 3 times a day, so 2 Ensures times each meal, that's 6 Ensures a day. 6 Ensures is 2,100 calories, guys. 2,100 calories in a day just from Ensures. And then on top of the foods that you're already eating and the drinks that you're drinking, you're already consuming calories. So that's like 3,000 calories plus, depending on what you ate during the day, in just one day, guys. Yo, like, my boyfriend, like, he would say I was crazy because I was like going back and forth to the store getting Ensures, drinking Ensures, drinking, like literally ODing on Ensures. Like, even if I didn't eat 3 meals a day in place where I know I should be eating a meal, guess what I would be doing? Drinking some Ensure. Literally, like, Ensure was my best friend. And I know a lot of people say it's nasty and this and that, but honestly, if you want to gain the weight, sis, you gonna drink the Ensure, like, period. And honestly, like, you have to really drink these things. You can't be drinking them like every blue moon or every so often, you know, like here and dibbling dabbling there. You have to really be drinking these things. 2 a day is weak. Like, you could drink 2 a day, but 2 a day to me, if you're really trying to gain the weight, is weak. Like, I'm drinking 3+ a day, literally. These Ensures is my best friend. When I tell y'all, I was jumping on and off the scale, yo, and I was like, my weight was just like doing this right here. So in the midst of me drinking Ensures, like, I had a goal weight that I was wanting to get to. My goal weight was 145. Funny, I'm at 153. So my goal weight was 150, I'm at 145. So I actually looked into something else. So there's this protein shake. I got it from Walmart. You can get it from Amazon, Walmart, Target, things like that. It's called Serious Mass. So you don't have to do this, but if you just want an extra nitro boost on gaining weight, I do recommend this. So I got this protein shake. So it actually does say on the bottle, on the thing with the powder in it, it says to start off with 1 scoop times however much water you're supposed to put in there. I forget, but I started off with 2 scoops, y'all, because I was not playing. Like, if you have time, go ahead and look up Serious Mass. I was not playing. I started off with 2 scoops, and let me tell y'all what I did. So in 2 scoops, I think it had like 21 to 2200 calories in 2 scoops. Let me tell y'all what I was doing. So you're supposed to mix it with water or milk. So what I was doing was, I actually have a blender. You don't have to have a blender. If you have like a big bowl or a big like cup, you can do this thing. So I was mixing the protein shake with the freaking Ensure, yo. So instead of mixing it with water or milk, it needs liquid obviously to make the shake. I was mixing it with the freaking Ensure. I think I was using 2 Ensures on top of the 2200 calories that was already in the protein shakes. Y'all can see how dedicated I was to gain this weight, but let me tell y'all, I did that twice. And you know, my body's already in the flow of drinking the Ensures like crazy. So when I did this, y'all, let me tell y'all, like, I literally surpassed the 150, 145. I think I was like 147, but I still was like, oh my God, like, this stuff is crucial. If you trying to get out of being a SpongeBob stick figure, you're gonna do the exact same thing that I did. And that's just that on that. And so honestly, I got to my goal weight was 145, really 147. And I was like, yo, I kind of want to gain some more weight, because I was gaining weight. Like, I was gaining a lot of weight in my face, as y'all can tell. My face is a little chunky. I was gaining a lot of weight in my arms, as y'all can see. My arms is a little chunky too. I was gaining a lot of weight. I gained a lot of weight in my back, as y'all can see. I know y'all can see that. Like, I gained a lot of weight doing this. But I was like, yo, I want to gain more weight, because my target areas that I wanted to gain weight was my hips, my butt, and my legs. And I'm gonna get into that in a second. You know, everybody's bodies are different. You have different areas where you gain weight. Some people specifically gain weight in their stomach. Some people specifically gain weight in their face, arms, legs, whatever it may be. Everybody's bodies are different. But I will get into it in a second, how I kept my physique looking nice. But honestly, I started wanting to gain more weight, because I'm like, okay, 145 really weak. I'm 5'3", by the way, but I was like, 145 really weak. I was like, I'm gonna get to 150. Let's get to 150. So I kept on going with the Ensures, kept on going. I actually stopped the Serious Mass, because I ain't gonna lie, Serious Mass, baby. If I would have did Serious Mass again, I probably would have been bad to like probably like 160. Like, Serious Mass is serious, so I'm serious. But so I got to my goal weight 150, and I stopped in my tracks. Everything that I was doing, I stopped checking the Ensures. I still have Ensures in my fridge right now. I stopped checking the Ensures. I stopped the Serious Mass. I stopped everything I was doing right there, because I was like, yo, I'm not trying to be obese. I ain't trying to be big and fat and slabby. So I stopped. And when I stopped, of course, like, your body's still in the flow of drinking these Ensures. I gained 3 more pounds, even though I stopped when I was at 150. I gained 3 more pounds, you know, not too big of a deal. But I can say I actually like the weight that's been put on. I'm still 153, by the way. Now that you guys know my secret formula, what I do to gain weight, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know how I kept my physique during all this weight gain, how I helped with keeping basically a flat stomach. As y'all can see, my stomach on flat. Not all the way on flat, but just on flat. And how I assisted with getting curves and my booty right, which is also very, very highly requested by a lot of my girls out there. So first things first, I'm gonna tell y'all how I kept my stomach on flat. So when you're gaining weight, and honestly, you don't have to do this this is recommended. I just know me, I don't play. I don't like having a pudge and, you know, a fat stomach. I mean, some girls like having a little pudge, and there's nothing wrong with having a little pudge. Honestly, it's really not. But my goal was to be on flat, like, honestly. So there's this waist trainer that I had for a minute. I actually had this, I bought this waist trainer when I bought my Apetamin 2 years ago, because I was wearing my waist trainer with the Apetamin. I was working out, but of course it wasn't working because the Apetamin was really just messing up my stomach. So I bought this waist trainer. So this is the waist trainer with the hooks. I highly recommend, if you're gonna get a waist trainer, make sure you get the one with the hooks. As you can see, my waist trainer is worn out. Had it for 2 years and I OD with this freaking waist trainer. I freaking love it. What size is it? I think I bought this out of small. So it has ooh, I actually got this. I want to say I got this off of Amazon. I'll leave the link down below for this waist trainer. But it has 2 hooks. So you'll start off with the first hook, and you may even start off with the second hook, just depending on what size you got. So what I would do is I will wear this waist trainer. I'm actually going to show you how I put it on, but before that, I have another waist trainer, guys. So this is a waist trainer. This is the kind that wraps around, and it has like the extra flats to like tighten. The reason why I'm showing y'all both of these waist trainers, because I wasn't just wearing one waist trainer. I know, it sounds crazy. I was wearing 2 waist trainers at a time this whole time that I've been trying to gain weight. Like, anytime I would drink my Ensures, anytime that I was consuming a lot of foods and doing this and doing that, always had on not 1, but 2 waist trainers. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly how I put them on. This is no promo, but this is my Keisha Kaler waist trainer. It works really good for me. But of course, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I put this on. Again, my waist trainer is worn. I'll actually need another one of these. I'm gonna leave the link down below for you guys so you can get this yourself. But so what I'll do is I'll actually put this one on first. And what you want to do when you put this on, because this waist trainer in particular plays a very big role. So what I'll do is I'll put this waist trainer on first. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your waist trainer isn't laying too low, because if your waist trainer weighs too low, you're not just waist training and flattening your stomach, you're also flattening this part right here. You're flattening that part, and honestly, it's optional. This is just what I wanted. I didn't want to flatten this part. I wanted this part to be like more so rounded out. Again, I'm gonna get into a lot more depth on how I assisted with doing that as well. So you actually want to bring it up. You actually want to sit it right on top of that area. So what I'll do in most cases, I'll just button it up where it lies. As I'm putting it together, I'll like kind of pull it up a little bit. And of course, I do want to say, it can get a little uncomfortable under your breast area because it's so high up. But this part is very important. Like, it really is. Like, you can wear it normal, I mean, but this is just what I do. This is just how I wear mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and button it up for you guys. Again, my waist trainer is straight, janky, and again, always put it on the second hook. That's how I would put this part on. You see how it sits on top of that part. So then I would get my wraparound waist trainer, which is very annoying sometimes putting on, especially with this long hair of mine. So this part is actually also very important, because this is the part that's gonna really snatch you. Now it's gonna look kind of crazy because you got 2 waist trainers on, but when I tell y'all, this is really, because okay, this waist trainer is like gonna take you in, but this waist trainer just gives you more compression, and that's what we want. You want a lot of compression so that your body molds into that hourglass type figure. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that this is super tight, like you don't want to breathe. make you want to be struggling a little bit. So I put this really tight. Really tight. And again, you don't have to get this Keisha KR waist trainer. There's so many waist trainers that look like this. I'll actually leave a link down below of some other waist trainers that look exactly like this that are cheaper. So what I'll do is I'll take the strap on the right and I'll always put it on the top half. So what you do is you want to pull this so super tight, and then the bottom half I pull it really tight and I put it at the bottom here. And this is how it looks. It looks kind of crazy because you have on two waist trainers. Probably looks a little bulky in the back. It probably really enhances my fat right here that I have at the top. But this is how this looks. And honestly, y'all, I really OD with my waist trainers. If I'm not going out and I'm around the house, anytime I'm around the house, sometimes when I do go out, I'll wear my waist trainers. I don't care. Like, I really OD with my waist trainers. I even sleep in my waist trainers. But I wasn't the one who told you guys that. I do not recommend that. Don't sleep in your waist trainers. It's actually really dangerous. But I just care so much about my physique that I sleep in my waist trainers. Okay, so I took the other waist trainer off just so I can show you guys the next step, which you could probably see sitting right here. So this, it's like a boy shorts booty lifter. This is what it looks like in the front. This is what it looks like in the back. So I actually got this from Fashion Nova. So with these, I do want to say, get a bigger size than what you think you are. So if you think you're a medium, get a large. If you think you're a small, get a medium, because these are so small and so tight, which is the purpose. What it does is it helps lift your butt, and also at the same time it gives it a little bit of projection. So what I'll do is I'll actually put this waist trainer on first, and then I'll put the boy shorts on, and I'll put it on I'll make sure that I put my waist trainer on first, and that the boy shorts come up on top of my waist trainer, so it'll look like this. It's gonna give you more compression. It's gonna cinch your waist even more. At the same time, it's gonna lift your butt, and it's gonna give that like round type projection, while also assisting with this part right here. I usually wear it like, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes like I would OD so much that I didn't want to take it off, so I'll wear it like under my clothes. But honestly, I don't recommend wearing the boy shorts under your clothes, because you can kind of tell that it's there. But the waist trainers, majority of the time wear them under my clothes. But as far as the boy shorts, I don't have any on right now. This is just how my butt looks and the front view looks, and my boy shorts. Of course, I'm still working on it. I want to round my hips out a lot more, and I do want a lot more projection. Now, that is not just the only key to this. Of course, you kind of gotta, like, the gaining weight part is not really too much work that you gotta do to do that part. But as far as getting your physique right, and I actually want to take this waist trainer off right now. But as far as getting your physique right and getting your booty lifted, you gotta put in some work to actually do that. So on top of wearing the waist trainers, on top of wearing the boy shorts, what I would do is actually squats. So I'll do squats every morning when I wake up. Every time I go to bed, well, before I go to bed, I'll do squats as well. Literally, like, squats are gonna be your best friend while wearing the waist trainer, because whenever you wear the waist trainer, because it's on top of your hips, when you go down to do your squat, the waist trainer is gonna sit. Like, it's gonna like cinch you in, like right here, like on top of your hips, which give you more rounded out. Of course, when you do your squats with this, of course, this is gonna be your best freaking friend when you do your squats. It's gonna be your best friend when it comes to your butt, regardless. So I do highly recommend this. This is not a paid promo. This is straight raw and uncut. This right here is gonna be your best friend. Again, I still wear my waist trainers, I still wear my booty lifters, I still do my squats. I'm gonna get into like a scheduled routine of working out, because I do need to work out my arms, as y'all can see here. Need to be worked out. My shoulders needs to be worked out. My back needs to be worked out. But again, I'm not gonna ramble on too much longer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know how everything works out for you guys. Please DM me, please let me see y'all results, because I really want to know how it works on other people. But other than that, follow me. I'll have my social media links down below. Subscribe and like this video, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
A lot has changed, a lot I had to sacrifice.